This conversation about Donald Trump takes a sharp turn when a simple question exposes the deeper divide over racism, media bias, and political truth. A Trump supporter insists that the media has lied about Trump and says the former president has spoken the truth. But James O'Brien pushes back with one straightforward challenge. What exactly did Trump get right? From the Obama birth certificate controversy to the actions of Trump supporters at the Capitol, the exchange becomes increasingly tense. And suddenly, this isn't just about Trump anymore. It's about whether political claims can survive when someone demands evidence. Before we dive into the full story, comment where you're watching from and don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Now let's break down what happened.
I just want to say I'm actually a fan of Trump, and I think there's a lot of stuff in the media which are lies.
Go on.
I don't know yourself. You're obviously anti-Trump.
No, go on. What are the lies that you're unhappy about?
Well, no, I just think you even said this morning, you said it's okay for him, what is it, the quote you used, it's okay to be racist again?
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you draw that conclusion?
He accused Barack Obama of not having been born in America and lying about his birth certificate.
So how's that racist?
Birtherism is racist because Barack Obama is well, you can't. I mean, you can talk over me if you want, Stephen. But okay, no, you crack on. There have been previous presidents that have actually been white that have also not been accused of being born in America. So was that also racist? No, of course it wouldn't be racist. Who was that, by the way?
I think a president from 1880. It goes back over
No, come on. You're on national radio. You've got your ducks in a row. Tell me about the last time an American president was accused of not being born in America.
I've forgotten the names. But
don't be silly. Don't tease me. Of course you haven't forgotten the name. You wouldn't come on the radio and say something and then immediately fall apart in response to the first question you're asked.
It's not falling apart.
Okay, so let's go back to the lies that have been told about Donald Trump. Which one would you reach for first?
Well, the one that you just said it's okay for the racist to come out.
Well, we've just demonstrated he's very popular with racists, Stephen. I think we can all agree on that.
Well, he's not popular with racists.
So it wasn't white nationalists that invaded the Capitol last week, then. Steve Bannon, his key advisor during the presidential campaign, who's now been pardoned for ripping off Trump supporters, he didn't say you should wear the accusation of racism like a badge of honor.
Well, that's his quote. I mean, if that's what he's saying. But you can't just say then that everyone that marched on the Capitol is racist.
I didn't. I said they were white nationalists.
Well, you're also portraying that.
So let's go back to the lies, Stephen. Let's go back to the lies that the mainstream media in America has told about Donald Trump.
Well, I've just told you the fact that he's racist.
But we've just proved that he is.
but because he's questioned someone's birth certificate, that makes him racist.
No, because he questioned a black man's birth certificate, knowing that it was absolutely untrue. So that would be called a racist lie, which is encouraged to make people who are uncomfortable with Barack Obama's skin colour believe something that's not true about him, because it then undermines the legitimacy of his presidency. So briefly, because it's not going great, but I'd like you to stick around for a little bit longer. What is it you liked about him, Stephen?
I think that he come out and spoke a lot of the truth on stuff.
Yeah, what stuff? Stephen's hung up.
And this is where the debate becomes most revealing. The real issue isn't simply whether someone supports Donald Trump or opposes him. It's what happens when a political claim is put under pressure and someone asks for evidence. The caller repeatedly argued that Trump had spoken a lot of truth, while accusing the media of spreading lies. But when James O'Brien asked him to identify exactly which claims were true, the answer became increasingly difficult to pin down. And that is an important lesson in political debate. Saying the media lies is easy. Identifying a specific lie, explaining why it was false, and producing evidence to support that argument is much harder. But that standard has to work both ways. Simply calling someone racist, dishonest, or a Trump supporter isn't enough to win an argument. Strong political commentary should focus on what was actually said, what actually happened, and what evidence supports the claim. The Obama birth certificate controversy is a perfect example. The important question isn't merely whether someone questioned Barack Obama's birthplace. It's why the claim was made, whether there was credible evidence behind it, and what consequences that claim had in the wider political debate. The same applies when discussing the Capitol attack. You cannot automatically treat every Trump supporter as belonging to the same political group, Just as criticism of Trump shouldn't automatically be dismissed as hatred or propaganda. And perhaps that's the biggest problem with political arguments today. Too many people defend their political side before they even examine the facts. Supporters can dismiss uncomfortable criticism as fake news, while opponents can sometimes dismiss millions of supporters without seriously asking why they continue to support Trump. The better approach is much simpler. Ask for evidence, challenge both sides, and apply the same standard to everyone. So, after watching this exchange, who do you think made the stronger argument? Drop your opinion in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more political commentary and analysis. Thanks for watching.